taken a nice trip down America's backroads? With the wind in your hair and the fresh, clean air under your nose, did you ever see a flowing field of grass with a small herd of deer? I would reckon that field is in a COP program, or a Conservation Reserve program. It is a government-run program. COP is a voluntary program for agricultural landowners. Farmers can receive rental payments to provide a long-term coverage for farmland to conserve. The Commodity Credit Corporation works directly with the CRP program to generate how much the rental should be based on the rental value. Many farmers have several acres of their farm in a CRP program. But more farmers should join this movement. In this short program, only started in the Clinton administration. With only 25 years under its belt, it was entered into legislation with a bill in 1986. With 10-year programs, the program is starting to grow, and I am here to tell you some pros and cons about this program. COP is a great program that has many benefits, including cost, wildlife population, and natural resources. However, it does have issues with native grasses and food production. Not only does COP do all of that, but also reserves the agriculture program within America the way it is now. It also is a way to keep fields open to new growth for disasters when food is needed. Agriculturists across the nation should join the CRP program. First, let's discuss cost. The CRP program is a very, very good thing when it comes to cost. Cost for both the farmers and the government. The farmer receives rental payments per acre, depending on the rent value of the land, and that is decided upon by the CCC. The government saves the money by not having to pay the commodity program or subsidies. The government saves the money by not the program's net profit over the last 10 years is estimated to be $3 to $10 billion. It may cost some consumers a bit over the short term because agriculture production decreases, so the consumer prices gradually rise. This, however, does end in a greater payoff over time. Plus revenue from hunting, fishing, and other recreation. The wildlife populations are increased, so this is very important. Wildlife population is key to the success to the CRP program. The grasses that are open to deer, elk, and other wild game are very important for the growth and production of these hunted animals. I can personally recall seeing many different types of animals in my grandparents' CRP fields. Dave DeWald is a biologist from the Natural Resources Conservation Service in North Dakota. Said the federal agency for the CRP program has been meeting with the Fish and Game Department to brainstorm options for life after CRP, because the area of North Dakota is seriously taking a downfall because nearly half of all of its CRP land is expiring in September. Quote, "There's going to be a big loss of habitat and wildlife populations," end quote, said by DeWald about wildlife. All farmers that are in the CRP program know that CRP fields improve the vegetation that wild game has and the amount of vegetation that is available to the game. Even though they can improve vegetation with grass fields, CRP fields can also agree to plant trees instead of grass. The vegetation is not improved in this area. Plus, if farmers decide to go with trees, they can't log it down and replant crops after their 10-year term is over. Even though there are many great things about the CRP program, there are some bad things. Although the wildlife populations are higher and more stable, the non-native grasses that some farmers plant instead of native grasses from the area are starting to take over regular fields with native grasses. However, it does keep natural resources in the fields. The next aspect that makes the CRP program is something that farmers should choose for the area. Every CRP field with planted grass or trees helps stop erosion and water loss that keeps the moisture in the soil. This is very important to help keep the rivers clean and the dirt actually in the fields. Currently, 30 million acres are in the CRP program, and about 6.5 million are going to expire September 30th. When a field of so many acres goes through the program with a 10-year rent, the ground will be rich and ready to use or be put back into the program for more rental after the initial 10-year rental period. This is a great reason for farmers to add at least a couple of fields into the program. Even with rich fields, there are some very big things that stop farmers from entering this program, and this is paperwork. There's lots and lots of paperwork that comes with the CRP program. The government expects paperwork from anyone who tries to sign up for the rental program. From experience, most farmers do not like being told what to do or do not like restrictions. My grandmother manages the CRP aspect of D&J Farms, a family farm, and she says, quote, "Keeping up with the paperwork is very time-consuming and hard," end quote. Farmers also take what the government calls photo points and go out and take pictures to see if the farm is keeping the goals for the grass. In addition to this, the farmer doesn't meet the paperwork for any year that they are in the 10-year program. They get audited and they might have to repay the money each year that they're paying. Even with all these benefits, they outweigh the negative by a lot. In conclusion, the government-run CRP program is a great program that has many benefits. Farmers should at least put a few acres into the Conservation Reserve program. CRP is a great program that has many great benefits, including cost, wildlife populations, and natural resources. However, it does have issues with native grasses and food production. There are many benefits, but as like most things in life, there's some bad qualities. Even with the bad qualities, I think many farmers should join this movement and put in a few fields of their into the CRP program. However, if a farmer could get past these things, it is very beneficial. Thank you for listening.